Hey everybody, it's Boss Lady here, coming to you from my dining room that is a hot mess, but it's me. I'm here. I had a lot going on today, so this is Tuesday, Talk About Tuesday, and I'm going to keep it very short because I have to get back to work. But I just wanted to say how good God is. Now, everybody's going through something, whether it's our survivors down with the hurricanes or, death of a loved one, people losing their jobs, people getting sick, kids having issues in school, whatever. Everybody's going through something. But let me tell you, God is so good. So today of all days, the reason why this Talk About Tuesday is so late is because went to put Miss Peanut on the bus, and her bus was over an hour late, which made me over an hour late for work. And I spazzed out. I had a training at 9 o'clock, but I was supposed to be online by 8 because I had some other things I had to take care of. And guys, I was just so frustrated. Like when I finally got to work, I got there with 5 minutes to spare before my 9 o'clock class. And I just had stress, all over me. Not to mention, boss man got up this morning. Something was wrong with his iPhone. He couldn't hear, he could hear me. I couldn't hear him. It was just a whole hot mess. Not to mention, just other stuff going on. But I would tell you this. When you align yourself in the proper fashion, you get around some good people, some folks that come from good stock, things turn around and work out. When you put your trust and your faith in God, oh my goodness. So let me tell you, I have a coworker, I think I've mentioned her once or twice, but she really looks up to me. And I was just like, I'm just me. I'm just boss lady. What you see is what you get. So, I've talked to her about numerous of things. She just, she looks up to the different things that I do as far as being a wife and a mom and, being organized with Miss Peanut's school stuff and her activity things and stuff like that. So, like my menus and all that different stuff, she looks up to me for that. Well, today of all days, after our class, she introduced me to someone else who is a part of our organization, but she doesn't work in our same area. Well, anyway, got to talking to this woman, and I mean, we vibe very well. And sometimes you can meet people, and you can tell by the conversation it's just not a good conversation. And then sometimes you can meet people, and you're like, wow, I'm vibing with her or him or whatever. Great conversation. Wouldn't mind breaking bread with them. Blah 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 blah. Right. So about, I don't know, it must have been, an hour into conversation. And when I talk about conversation, I'm talking about, the love of God, the love of family, the love of children, our job and just friendships and wanting to, have a true sisterhood. Finally, my coworker said, what church do you go to? And so I said, and I told her the name and, and then the lady I was speaking to, she goes to my church. Now, my church it's big, about 200-300 people, on a good full Sunday, on a holiday Sunday. But, I don't necessarily go to, chew the fat with a whole bunch of people. I go to get the word and, get my blessings and do my praise and, whatever. So when I go, I'm kind of like in the zone. Like I sit in a certain area and I'm like, yep, I'm right here. Lord, here am I, send me, that type of deal. So I've seen her, but I didn't really, see her. So I see her, but I didn't really like notice her, I guess you would say. And today when I looked at her face, I was like, wow, I do, recognize you, blah, 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 whatever. So long story short, got a new sister into the sisterhood, which I appreciate. These ladies, they're looking up to me for things that I didn't think was a whole lot or a big deal, but they think so. So I'm excited to, embark on a new adventure with these ladies. I'm very excited. But as I was going through that and, and ministering and testifying and just giving my testimony on, different things, being a young mom and, my marriage or whatever, just as I was just sitting there, I had finally came out of that funk I was in this morning about being late for work and missing out on what I was supposed to do, as well as, Miss Peanut being late for school. Because not only was I late to work, but she was late to school. And she was, oh my gosh, she was like an hour and a half late for school. That's how late she was. And so, I had already emailed the teacher. But like I said, had came out of that funk. I was like really engrossed in conversation. And, we were ministering to, one of the three of us. And, she's going through some stuff. So I'm really ministering to my coworker and everything. And just as we're starting to kind of like wrap things up, now mind you, we supposed to be working, but I mean, we was, because I had my computer in my lap. Like, we were literally sitting like cube to cube and me in the middle, and I had my computer and I was working, talking, because I can multitask. And I get a phone call. Right when I get the phone call, now you know how the devil try to, mess up your plans and stuff. So right, off top, devil already was messing up my day. But then I turned it around, and right when the phone rang, my phone died. And I said, what the world? Now, mind you, I had been communicating with my husband about his phone, communicating with my eldest daughter about what she got going on, just all this stuff. And then all of a sudden, when I get this important phone call, the phone dies. So then I try to go to the car, try to charge the phone dies again. So I came back inside. I'm like, girls, I need a phone charger, because I left my charger at home, right? Charged up the phone enough where I can get into the phone. I had to get this phone number to call it back. Called back, spoke to Miss Peanut's school. They said, because we are having so many difficulties with this one bus in the morning, they have reached out to this other company that they deal with for the kids who come from the suburbs and over in the capital area. Those kids get door-to-door service. They have worked it out with the company where they will now come to our door and pick up Miss Peanut. And the time of pickup is well enough in advance where I can put her on the van and I can go to work and be to work in 15 minutes. When I tell you, God is good. God is so good, because I was stressed out. I know I've told you guys before, I don't have a lot of extended family to assist with Miss Peanut or whatever. And so, oh my gosh, it was very stressful, because my husband and I, we both have to be at work at the same time. But his job is a lot further, so he can't, stay and put her on the bus. And, it's been an ordeal. And so I'm just thankful and grateful that God worked that out. So when I got off the phone, I had to give my praise report, and yeah, I had to do my little dance, because I was just like, whoo, it's been a day. So when I tell you that God is good, God is truly good, and he is in the blessing business, because things could have went a totally different way. And I'm just happy that we were able to work this out before I have to be at work on Thursday at 8 o'clock, because I need to be there. I need to be on my post so that I can continue to do what I do. So I just wanted to, talk about what I want to talk about today. So I'm really excited. I don't have a big friendship circle. I keep my circle very tight. Just because, I don't know what it is about ladies, but, they go through some things. And everybody don't mesh well. And I don't mesh well with a whole bunch of mess. So, I keep my circle very tight and very small. But I'm really excited that I have been, stepping out on faith and expanding my circle just a little bit. But, I go into any type of friendship letting them know, this is how I am. This is what I expect. This is what I don't tolerate, deal with. So if that's you, sorry, I can only say hello, and that's about it, And they're very respectful of, my time, my talent, and my treasure, especially as far as my husband's concerned. I don't do all that. You just come to the house and just chill. Nah, we don't do that here. Not in Boss Land. Especially if you're not married and you're not committed, and, so, and they're respectful of that, because my coworker, she's engaged, but she's not married. So she respects my wishes, as far as coming to my home, not being married. And that's just what it is. But I'm just rambling, guys. I just want to talk about what I want to talk about on Talk About Tuesday, but I wanted to get it out there that God is good and he is in the blessing business. Just stay truthful and faithful to him, and he will bless you at all times. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a great day. See you on a new video. Bye-bye.